No, I want deep pan, 1 vegetarian, 2 garlic bread. Yes, it's somewhat of an emergency. And these are our new winches. What do you think? Hey, I'm Bex, this is Tymon, this is Mowgli, and this is Falcor, our brand new adventure machine. Come along with us on the land and the sea. So this is my boat.
Yo, hey everybody. Yeah, we're Slide Adrift. We probably will have a lot of first time watchers, I think, to our channel. So if you're new, welcome.
So you may have followed us or seen some of our videos about our truck, and this is our new project. It's the boat, and this is what it's been all about for me anyway.
Yeah, and this is my new t-shirt, and if you're new here you will have to get used to this because I bought 7 of them. And you're only going to see the same t-shirt forever and ever and ever. Hey, no, this is going to be our full tour before we start ripping shit apart and altering it and doing that sort of stuff. We thought we'd give you the full tour as it is, and it's a sweet as, it's an Australian term, boat.
Can we say sweet as? Sweet as, bro.
So Bex is a Kiwi, as you can tell, and I'm Australian. Whenever it comes to Australia versus New Zealand, there's the little yappy dog versus the big nonchalant dog. Up to you which one's which. Okay, let's give the tour.
Let's chatty,
so we're
Bodie.
Yeah, fully. So we're going to give you the full tour, and we're also going to tell you our future plans for the boat and what we hope to do in it. But obviously our plans change every day, so tomorrow it might be different.
So this boat is a child of the 80s, like ourselves.
We believe 1980,
It was built. So it's got a bit of a 1980s feel to it. It's very dark wood, so apparently it's a South African hardwood. So we're going to give that a bit of a freshen up. I want to kind of, we don't want to, I hate the phrase putting lipstick on a pig, but we want to maintain some of the oldie boat charm.
I wouldn't call us a pig.
No, I know, that was really harsh.
Nor would I say it would want to wear lipstick. There's 2 parts of that whole phrase that I'm not.
But do you get what I mean? Like we want to just give it a bit of a freshen up while maintaining its charm. So we're not going to make it ultra modern because I don't know.
100% we're going to make it ultra modern. I don't know what Bex is talking about.
Oh. Anyway, we're going to give this a lick of paint, and actually we might do that sooner rather than later, just to give it a quick freshen up.
Rightio, give us a walkthrough. Start at the back.
This is the sink. So we have cold water, salt water from the sea. We pump it out. This is really little. We're going to put maybe some kind of table here because we don't have very much bench space. The next part of the kitchen is the alcohol burner stove. That is going.
We've already sold that. Some guy's going to pick it up in a couple of days. We are not a fan.
No, we used it a couple of times, and it was just kind of messy, dirty, smelly.
It was mainly the smell. Hey, I could have done with anything else, but the smell, I was like, nah, anything. No.
So we're going to get an induction stove, an electric stove, and an electric induction oven. So we want to make the whole thing electric. It means we're not having to get alcohol and fuel it up. These here, state of emergency. These are the cupboards. There's actually quite a bit of space back there, but it's not functional at all. So you want to find something, you're going to have to reach around here. It goes all the way back. So we're going to put some kind of drawers in here so the space is a little bit more functional. This is the fridge on the boat. Again, not super functional, but it's actually quite a big size. So I don't know, we're sort of toying up layouts at the moment. We're going to see maybe if we can convert that into a freezer and then put a fridge somewhere else. There's one storage cupboard here for pots and pans. This here is the diesel engine, so this is another thing that's gonna go. So that's going to be a heap of usable space. Tymon's going to talk about the engine. That is his bag. This is where we've been. Well, this is going to be our little bedroom.
I think it's just called quarter berth.
Quarter berth. Like I'm in a little coffin down here. It's taking a little bit of getting used to.
Engine. Yeah. It's a sweet little diesel engine. It cranks. It actually has a crank handle, which is pretty awesome. Yeah. It's the I believe it's the original motor. We've still got the original book with it as well. Yeah, little 24, well not little, but yeah, 24 horsepower. It has been rebuilt and it's got 1,744 hours on it since the rebuild. Well, that was what was told to us, and we have no reason not to believe what was told to us. So yeah, it's a sweet little engine. We've had no dramas with it, but something super cool that we are both excited about is we are going to get rid of it. We don't want to turn it into a paperweight because it's a perfectly good working engine, so we're trying to sell it. And we have got an electric motor and motor setup, and we're getting a big lithium ion battery bank that we're going to build ourselves as well. We've got the cells and the BMSs. We're going to build all that ourselves and yeah, give that all a big upgrade. So that's pretty cool. That should be coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, that engine is an Italian stallion, so it's built to last.
It's an Arona. It's an Arona engine, and I don't think we said it at the start, but this boat is a Lavranos 36ft boat made in
South Africa.
South Africa.
And we've got to talk like South African. Afrikaans.
Yeah, it's made in South Africa.
Africa.
Yeah, it's about 36 foot. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's more lekker.
We're going to call the boat lekker. Oh, what is it? Falcor. A boat's called Falcor, like the dragon off the Neverending Story. And I love golden retrievers, so I wouldn't mind keeping it. So this is...
Golden retrieve.
He's a golden retriever.
Hey, he is a big flying golden retriever.
This is our current living area. So this turns into a little table on both sides, like so. This is where the diesel tank... No. This is where the water is.
How much water do we have?
150 gallons.
I don't know if you know, but this is Bex's first time on this boat, so go easy on her. She hasn't been on the boat before and she doesn't know much about it. No, I think we have...
80 gallons.
Yeah, I think we've got like 180 litres of fresh water.
Yeah, we're going to get a water maker.
There's a water maker on the boat.
Oh, there's a water maker on the boat. So yeah, we're going to do something cool with this space. So I really want to keep a table of some sort so that we can use it like as an office, for eating. I like entertaining, and if it's like crappy up there, we're going to hang out down here.
Yep, and we've got all storage behind there.
So this side here
storage
normally looks like this side here, but this side has been turned into Tymon's tool zone.
I need a spot for all my tools, especially when we're doing projects.
We're sort of in limbo at the moment because we've still got the diesel engine in and the electric motor waiting to be put in. So
yep. So this here, all that stuff here is all of the upgrades, mainly to do with the electrics and the electric motor.
Can I show you our new winch?
Hold on a second.
Look at our new winch. How sexy is that?
Yeah, we're waiting on our lithium cells. They're in customs at the moment, and when they get here, we can actually start installing this and taking out some of the old stuff that we don't need, like the engine. Yeah, so that's pretty much all my stuff and all the upgrades.
So eventually this space will be for food storage when we're doing long passages.
Yeah, storage
so all of this area and behind here will be used for food storage of some description. Underneath here is the diesel tank. So we've got 150 gallons.
I like the way you say that. It's like we've got, she's looking directly at me, 250. Yeah, I don't think it's 150. It might even be 140, but yeah, it's somewhere close to that.
Gallons?
Liters.
150 litres of diesel. So that's going to create a huge amount of space when we take it out. So I'm going to fill it with potatoes and kumara.
Wrong. That is where... that is where our second water tank is going to go for extra water storage. Jesus Christ. Who are you? Where's my girlfriend gone?
I'm going to tell you some facts now.
Okay, let's hit some facts.
This is the V-berth.
Yeah.
And fact, the colour scheme in here is going to be nautical theme. So navy and white. This is our storage. Again, it's not super usable space. There's a heap of space back here. Like it goes all the way back. So heaps of space, but if you want to find that one item, that one bikini that you need for a surf now, who knows? Who knows where it is?
Could be anywhere.
This is where we store our wet weather gear. Look at these. How cool are these? We got matching. We can be Team Storm. And our life jackets, all of our wet weather gear, and a bit of dive gear. So at the moment we don't have hot water. Is that going to change? We don't know. We're going to see.
Jury's out.
Yeah. We're going to live on the boat and see. At the moment it's not a biggie. We live in a warmish climate. And it's not a big deal that we don't have a shower right now.
Yo, this is our toilet, huh? This is where we go and do our business, number ones and number twos. Is that South African? I feel like the longer I talk like that, it
The braai's ready! The braai's ready in 5 minutes, yeah?
You can see toilet. There is a holding tank somewhere back there, and yeah, it's got a macerator in it. I don't know. We don't really want to film too much of the toilet. It's not really that interesting.
This is the chart table. Again, we're not sure if we're going to keep the space as it is.
Yeah, paper charts. I mean, like, come on, might as well have an abacus there, you know.
But I'm going to learn how to navigate by charts and by the stars and by a sextant, blah blah blah.
100%. Like, yeah, we that was obviously a joke. We're undecided whether we're going to have paper charts. Almost probably we will, because obviously if all of your electrics goes down, you're going to need something, a backup. But yeah, jury's out on that one as well. But map table, not so sure.
But in the meantime, it's underneath here is all Tymon's electric stuff and camera gear, and it's very well organised. We've also got a Garmin. What's this called? Garmin
InReach, I think.
InReach. All of the electric stuff we've got.
Yeah, so that Garmin InReach is our handheld GPS essentially. Go on, Bex, why'd you just take the hat off?
We've got...
What is that?
An EPIRB.
Woo! And it's new.
We've also got a VHF. We've also got a VHF, and next month we're doing a course, getting our certification so that we can use that, so that we can get registered, blah blah blah, and get a call sign.
Cool.
Next, can I show you, we call it the garage. So we take these off, and in here we store
everything.
All of our toys. We're allowed 3 shortboards each, 1 kiteboard each, 3 kites between us, dive gear, 1 one-wheel, 1 longboard each.
This is the very first I'm hearing about this inventory. Bex has obviously made this up in her head.
Have you been on this boat?
Rightio, so at the moment we have, yeah, a whole heap of surfboards in here, and it goes way, way, way up the back there. Got the cockpit cushions there. So now I am in the garage, essentially looking forward at Bex. And yeah, there's still a heap more space in here. We don't want to jam too much stuff in here because it's just going to be hard to get. But underneath there we've got our water maker, and this is our electric so far. The previous owner, one of them was an electrician, and you could probably tell because As far as boat electrics go, this is quite meticulous and very well organised, very easy to follow. Everything's labelled, and I dare say it is 100% on the ball with wire sizes. So it's all good to go. We've got a Victron charger, battery charger. For shore power, 50 amp to 12 volts. And then apart from that, we've got a few other little bits and pieces. At the moment, we've got a 2000 watt, or I think it's a bit more, 2100 watt inverter. And this is the charge controller for the silent wind generator that's hanging off the back. You'll see that in a second. And yeah, just all the usual stuff. MPPT. For the solar that's on the, what do you call it, a Dodger or a Bimini?
Can I tell a story now?
Yeah, let's see some stories.
Okay, this is a funny story.
Oh my god, I hate when people start like that. It's too much pressure.
So this morning, I'm lying in bed, I'm half asleep. Tymon is in here making coffee, and then all of a sudden I hear this F word. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's happened? Like, has someone come in the night and like cut our ropes, or what have they done? And
worse. So much worse.
There was a bird on our wind generator.
Yeah, there wasn't a bird on the wind generator. There was a bird on the wind vane. And so I spent a good portion of yesterday doing bird control. I stick down all these 316 stainless spikes on anything that it could sit on, and I put cable ties on our VHF.
The birds come along and they've been pooping on our deck.
Yeah, they're public enemy number one at the moment.
They've made a bit of a mess, but hopefully now...
They're wanted.
We thought we had the problem solved
They're criminals.
after yesterday.
They're bloody criminals, that's what they are.
Sky rats.
Bloody sky rats. And so I spent all this time and I thought it was foolproof. And then there's a crow literally sitting or standing on top of the wind vane, the little wind vane that's twisting around. And it's doing these ones as the wind's blowing it around. And like, it's clearly uncomfortable. I have to somehow rectify that as well. I'm like, I covered all the spots. I didn't know they were going to be standing on the thing that actually twisted around. Little bastards. I hate them. But if anyone shits on our boat, I will hate them too. So it's not just wildlife. Anything, if it shits on top of our boat, I'm going to be
drop the C-bomb.
I'm going to be very angry. And you'll hear how angry I am with a letter. That's the inside, and we are going to do the outside. I'm sure it's got a boat name, outside. The, what's the boat name?
The deck.
Outside? The deck. We're going to do the outside.
Oh yeah, I wanted to mention Patreon. So, did you want to talk about Patreon?
We're setting this whole boat up to be single-handed because I think every boat that wants to go offshore should be able to be just single-handed as easily as possible. We're always going to be together 99% of the time, but we want to set it up to be single-handed. We're going to cross oceans. We're going to disappear. We're going to go all through the Pacific.
We're going to go surfing. We're going to go kiting. We're going to
That's the plan.
Diving. We're going to go do awesome. Cool.
Yeah, that's the plan. And basically, if you're a big fan and you love our stuff, maybe you'll consider subscribing to Patreon, and that helps us out because there is an absolute shit ton of work that goes into filming. I love it. I love it.
It's fun. It's really fun.
And the editing I really enjoy as well, but it takes a lot of hours to do this all, and we're happy to do it. But yeah, if you're a big fan,
okay, there you
I
go.
freaking love it. But yeah, but a little bit of assistance would go a long way.
Yeah.
We just want people to join the crew, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go outside.
This is the cockpit. This was one of the biggest selling features of the boat because we anticipate that when we're in warm tropical islands, we want to spend a heap of our time outside. So, big layout. There's cushions, obviously. Yeah, this is where it all happens.
So, we have a tiller on this boat. We wanted a wheel, a pedestal wheel, but this boat was awesome. We fell in love with it, and it's got a tiller. Having a tiller has got its benefits, less bits and pieces that can go wrong, and yeah, this boat has been all around the world already. So it can be done, and yeah, we're happy. Hey,
There's also nothing that you can't do with a tiller. There's nothing you can do with a tiller that you can't do with a wheel.
yeah, you
and
have
vice
got a lot
versa.
more feel.
Yeah, you can definitely feel what's going on down there.
The only thing I've noticed so far is when you're going backwards, it rips the tiller sideways. So you gotta go
Oh,
real
you've
slow.
got to be really careful.
Yeah.
So we can put an autopilot on there. We're going to get a hydro vane, wind vane to stick on the back. So we've got essentially a backup tiller. We've also got another backup tiller.
Yep. So the autopilot at the moment currently just goes in there and then attaches to the tiller, and the electronic part comes out of there. And yeah, we haven't actually used it yet, but we've seen it in use and it works really well. Hey.
Yeah, we've got a chart plotter, and we set up our iPad here, and that has Navionics on it. It's also got a depth sounder and some speakers. This is also another really cool thing.
Yeah.
It collects, this is our bimini as such, like it's a hard bimini, which is awesome for keeping the sun out. And it collects the water, so we can hook up a little hose and it feeds directly into our water tank.
Yeah, so that was one more selling point for this. The essentially the Dodger Bimini, super well made, super sturdy. The only and it's glass, so yeah, we're going to have a lot of shelter from the elements, which we want.
Yeah,
and
we're also going to set all these lines so they run back to the cockpit, so it can be sailed single-handed. So it's not set up for that now, but we will get it set up exactly how we want it, so that we can sail wherever we want and by ourselves.
The only downside I can possibly see to such a hard Dodger Bimini, which I thought of, which is a really slim case scenario, but if we end up getting pitch pulled and rolled, well, then if this thing gets ripped off, it's going to take half of our cabin, half of the roof as well, half of the deck. That's the only negative I can see from this. But yeah, rule number one: don't go over the falls, hey.
So we haven't done too much sailing on this boat as yet, and a few people have asked us, like, well, how much sailing have you done? I've only sailed dinghies, so I used to race little dinghies in New Zealand, phase 2s, and this kind of, because it has a tiller, is like a big dinghy. The thing that freaks me out is the consequences are so much larger if you capsize it. Like, we used to capsize our dinghy all the time.
Yeah, my sailing experience, I've done a lot of sailing all on one boat, my parents' boat, and sailed across the Atlantic a couple of times, and yeah, thought I was very proficient, which I am, but never had to be the person calling all the shots and knowing the whole boat through and through. So as far as the physical sailing, I could do that, but yeah, it's a whole other ball game.
And also, like, you would have known that boat, which is a catamaran, which is different again. You would have known that boat inside and out, and so we've got to get to that level on this boat where we know it inside and out. And I'm still finding things that.
Yeah, I found the crank handle for the engine yesterday. How good's that? Okay, let's keep going.
This is our other boat.
Yeah, we have a boat hanging off the back of our boat.
This is our dinghy, and that's our little engine, and it's going to rip around and take us to surf breaks. And
that's like a 2.5 or 3.5 horsepower engine. At the moment, we are moored up on the Gold Coast. For anyone new, we're moored up on the Gold Coast in Australia. Welcome.
The other cool thing are these little seats here for cocktail hour, but you can flick the tiller up and sail the boat from here if you want to, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, really cool.
Forwards?
We were planning on having some sundowners because it's really pretty this afternoon.
Gorgeous.
We don't actually have any alcohol on board. Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, but it's straight. Yeah, so there won't be any beers this afternoon, which is unfortunate.
You can have White
but
Russian.
Please don't unsubscribe because of that.
Okay,
let's go.
I just spent the day working on these. What are they called? Help me.
I don't know.
Wood. I just been working on this wood. It's teak wood,
Lex
and
has been working on her wood.
my wood is looking good. We've taken off the jib to get some repairs done. So this has got a roller furler.
Up on the top of our bimini, we've got 200 watts of solar at the moment. That's getting upgraded. There's our wind generator. So we've got our lazy bag. The main's in there at the moment. It's nice and zipped up out of the elements. That's pretty cool. They must have put this on fairly recently because it's in pretty good nick. Another good thing that I love is the mast steps. The mast steps all the way to the top. I am an arborist by trade, so I've got a lot of work with harnesses and ropes and all that kind of stuff. So I keep on using a system where I can go up the mast all by myself. I don't have to rely on anybody else, and it makes the person down the bottom, they're able to do whatever they need to do. Yeah, it's real easy. I'm able to run up and down and do things and all by myself. The steps make it really really handy. Hey.
And this is where our longboards are gonna go. Up there, up there.
And where's the life raft?
There.
It's probably going to go there. We don't have one yet. We haven't even really sailed much yet.
I love it. I just love this boat so much.
Well, that's the full tour. We thought we'd do a full tour now before, I don't know, maybe a couple of years time when we're finished, it'll look 100% different. Hey.
So we're doing things slightly differently with the boat compared to the truck. So the truck, we tried to get as much done. We needed to live in it straight away, so we tried to get it finished really quickly. So we're going to take our time with the boat. We're going to see what we like, see what we don't like, see what we need done. So we've got a priority list so far. We're going to work on those things, but all of the other non-essential things we're going to get to in their own good time.
Hey, have a look. See those little swallows nesting in the side of that?
They've moved on from here.
Little bastards.
So my dad, he knows a lot about birds, and I was telling him about the swallows. I was like, how do we get rid of them? And he said they don't like disturbance. He said once there's a lot of disturbance, they'll go somewhere else. So they have moved from our boat to that boat.
Disturb, little bastards. Hey, we're going to go on heaps of adventures, and we're going to get really good at filming and editing and storytelling, which is what I'm most excited about. If you enjoyed this or you enjoyed our company, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
And we're also on Instagram, so that's where you get the latest updates.
Yeah. This might be 2 years ago when you're seeing this, so go on Instagram.
Because editing takes time.
Gotcha.
Bye.
Where are you going, paper boy? Riding your bike today.